Your cat does things every day that are so strange and inexplicable that you start to doubt its sanity. But behind every crazy habit lies logic embedded by millennia of evolution. Today, we will break down 15 of the strangest cat habits, from why it knocks things off the table to why it licks your face at night. And some answers will truly surprise you. You put a glass on the table, turn away for a second, and hear a crash. The cat sits on the edge of the table and calmly looks at the fallen object as if nothing happened. Then, it slowly approaches the next thing and pushes it with its paw, looking you straight in the eye. It looks like mockery or revenge, but actually, it is complex behavior that combines hunting instinct, curiosity, and testing physical laws. Cats are born hunters, and pushing objects mimics behavior with prey. In nature, cats hit caught mice with their paws, checking if they are alive, if they can move, if they are dangerous. An object on the table is potential prey for a cat that needs to be tested. A paw push gives information. It moves, rolls, falls, meaning it's interesting. It is also exploratory behavior. Cats learn physics through experiments. If you push a glass, it will fall and break. If you push a pen, it will roll. Each object behaves differently, and the cat studies these patterns. Your cat approaches and forcefully headbutts you in the face, arm, or leg, sometimes so hard that it even hurts. It looks like a strange display of aggression or a demand, but actually it is the highest form of feline love and trust. This behavior is called headbutting or bunting, and it is multifunctional. First, scent marking. Cats have glands located on their heads, especially on the cheeks, chin, and forehead, that release pheromones. When a cat rubs its head against you, it literally marks you with its scent, declaring to other cats, "This is my human, my territory, my property." This is the highest form of acceptance into its social group. Second, scent exchange. The cat not only leaves its scent on you, but also collects yours, creating a shared family scent. This strengthens the social bond. Third, display of affection. Cats headbutt only those they trust completely. It is the equivalent of a cat kiss or hug. Fourth, greeting. The cat jumps onto your lap, gets comfortable, and starts rhythmically moving its front paws, extending and retracting its claws, massaging your legs or stomach. This movement is called making biscuits or kneading, and it is one of the most ancient instincts preserved from infancy. Kittens massage their mother's belly with their paws during feeding, stimulating milk flow. This movement is associated with safety, warmth, satiety, and maternal love with the most comfortable sensations in a kitten's life. Adult cats retain this instinct and activate it when they feel absolutely relaxed and happy. When a cat needs you, it returns to childhood, perceiving you as a surrogate mother, a source of safety and comfort. This is the highest compliment. Also, kneading prepares a place for sleep. In nature, cats trampled grass or leaves, creating a soft bedding. The cat prepares your lap for rest in the same way. Purring during kneading enhances the effect. The cat is in a state of bliss. You look at the cat, and it looks at you. Then it slowly closes its eyes, holds for a second, and slowly opens them. It looks like drowsiness or indifference, but actually it is the cat's way of saying, "I love you." Slow blinking in cat body language is a signal of trust and relaxation. In nature, a direct stare is a sign of aggression or threat. Predators look into the victim's eyes before attacking. Closing eyes in the presence of another creature is extreme vulnerability. A cat that blinks slowly says, "I trust you so much that I can close my eyes and not fear an attack. You are not a threat. I am relaxed. I feel good with you." Studies have shown that cats use slow blinking to communicate with humans more often than with other cats. They adapted this signal specifically for communicating with us. You can respond in kind. Look at the cat and slowly close and open your eyes. The cat will understand this as a reciprocal declaration of love. Many owners notice that after exchanging slow blinks, the cat comes closer, starts purring or rubbing against them. You are peacefully petting the cat. It is purring, looking content, and suddenly without warning, turns around and bites your hand, sometimes quite hard. Then it jumps off and leaves as if nothing happened. This is called petting-induced aggression, aggression caused by petting. And it is not malice or betrayal. It is a sensory system overload. Cats are more sensitive to touch than dogs. Every stroke stimulates thousands of nerve endings. At first, it is pleasant, but over time, irritation builds up. Too much stimulation. Imagine being tickled. The first seconds are pleasant. Then it becomes unbearable. The cat reaches the limit of patience and bites to say, "Enough, let me go." The problem is that many owners miss the warning signals. The cat does not bite without warning. It gives signs. The tail starts twitching or hitting the surface. Ears flatten. Pupils dilate. Skin on the back ripples. Purring stops or becomes tense. 3 a.m. You are sleeping. Suddenly, you hear a crash, stomping, something falling. The cat rushes around the apartment at breakneck speed, jumps on furniture, knocks over objects, meows, and it seems as if it has been possessed by demons. Then, just as suddenly, everything stops, and the cat goes to sleep as if nothing happened. This phenomenon is called night zoomies, or the cat madness of the full moon, and it has a biological explanation. Cats are crepuscular hunters. Their peak activity falls on dawn and dusk when prey is most active. Domestic cats have kept this circadian rhythm but have no outlet for hunting energy. During the day they sleep, accumulating energy, and by night this energy demands an outlet. Night runs are an imitation of hunting. The cat chases imaginary prey, practices jumps, turns, attacks. This is a physical and mental release. Also, it can be a reaction to real stimuli that you do not notice. Night sounds of rodents in the walls, insects, light from car headlights outside the window. Cat hearing and vision are much sharper than human. And what is silence and darkness to you is full of stimuli for a cat. You pour food for the cat. It approaches, sniffs, and starts scratching with its paw around the bowl, making a movement as if burying something in the litter box. Sometimes it even brings objects, paper, clothes, toys, and tries to cover the bowl. This looks like a refusal of food or pickiness, but it means something completely different. The first reason is the instinct of preserving prey. Wild cats, having caught more prey than they can eat, bury the leftovers to hide them from scavengers and save for later. The smell of food attracts competitors and predators. Therefore, it needs to be masked. A domestic cat that was given too large a portion or food that it doesn't like tries to bury it following an ancient instinct. The second reason is territorial marking. Cats bury feces to hide their presence in foreign territory, but leave them open in their own claiming rights. Burying food can be a way to say, "This is not my territory. I am a guest here." You buy an expensive play complex for the cat, and it ignores it and climbs into the cardboard box from it, spending hours there. Even the smallest box into which the cat barely fits becomes a favorite place. This is not a whim. It is a deep instinct of safety and hunting strategy. First, shelter. Cats are simultaneously predators and potential prey for larger predators. An enclosed space provides protection from all sides, leaving only one entrance for control. In a box, the cat feels safe. No one will sneak up from behind or the side. Second, stress reduction. Studies in shelters showed that cats with access to boxes adapt to a new environment faster and have lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. A box is a comfort zone where one can hide from the frightening world. Third, ambush. A box is ideal for cat hunting tactics to sit in ambush and attack from cover. Fourth, heat insulation. Cardboard retains heat, and it is warmer in a box than in an open space. Fifth, texture. cats like to scratch and gnaw cardboard. You are sitting, minding your own business, and the cat jumps up, turns around, and exposes its rear end right in your face, lifting its tail like a pipe. It looks rude and unpleasant, but for a cat, it is a gesture of deep respect and trust. In the cat world, showing the butt is a greeting and social communication. Cats greet each other by sniffing under the tail, where anal glands with a unique scent, the cat's passport, are located. This scent carries information about sex, age, health, mood. When a cat shows you its rear end, it offers you to smell its business card just as it greets other cats. It is a sign of trust. It opens the most vulnerable part of the body. Also, a raised tail is a sign of confidence and good mood. A lowered or tucked tail speaks of fear or submission, like a pipe of happiness and comfort. When a cat demonstrates its butt with a raised tail to you, it says, "I trust you. I am happy near you. I accept you into my social group." This is a compliment in the cat world. The cat has a full bowl of fresh water, but it ignores it and demands that you open the tap from which it drinks with pleasure or laps water from the toilet, a puddle, a vase with flowers, from anywhere, just not from the bowl. This is not harmfulness, but a survival instinct. First, running water is safer. In nature, stagnant water in puddles and ponds is often infected with parasites and bacteria, while streams and rivers with running water are cleaner. Instinct tells the cat, moving water equals fresh water equals safe water. Second, water in a bowl stands next to food. Wild cats do not drink where they eat because water next to a carcass and prey can be contaminated with blood and bacteria. Even if the bowl is clean, instinct forces the cat to look for water elsewhere. Third, sensitivity to smells. Water in a bowl can absorb smells of plastic, metal, or detergent. Unpleasant for a cat's sensitive nose. Fourth, whiskers. Many cats do not like when whiskers touch the edges of the bowl while drinking. This is called whisker fatigue. Running water from the tap solves this problem. Solution: place the water bowl in another room far from food. Use a wide bowl or a fountain. The cat sits on the windowsill, looks out the window at birds, and starts making strange sounds. Rapid teeth clicking, chirping, vibrating. The jaw trembles. The body tenses. The tail beats from side to side. It looks like a program glitch, but actually it is complex hunting behavior. The first theory is imitation of prey sound. Some researchers believe that cats try to imitate the chirping of birds to lure them closer. This has been observed in wild cats that mimic the sound of monkeys attracting them. The second theory is preparation for a bite. This sound and jaw movement mimic the killing bite, a fatal bite to the prey's neck that severs the spine. The cat practices the movement, preparing for an attack it cannot make because of the glass. The third theory is frustration. The cat sees prey. The hunting instinct is fully activated, but it cannot reach the bird. This frustration pours out into strange sounds and movements, a release of energy that finds no outlet. You are walking calmly down the corridor, and suddenly from around the corner, from under the bed, or from behind the door, a cat lunges at your feet with a wild growl, latching on with claws and teeth, kicking with hind legs, and just as suddenly lets go and runs away. This is not malice and not revenge. It is a hunting game in which your feet play the role of prey. Moving feet trigger the prey pursuit instinct in the cat. This is an automatic reaction to a fast-moving object of suitable size. Ambush is a natural hunting tactic of cats. They do not run after prey for long distances like dogs, but hide, wait, and attack with a sharp dash. Your feet passing by the shelter are an ideal target for practice. This is especially typical for young cats and kittens whose play drive and hunting instinct are at their peak. They need activity, and if suitable toys are not provided, they will choose your feet. Kicking with hind legs is the rabbit kick technique, which cats use to disembowel prey while holding it with front paws and teeth. It sounds cruel, but it is a technique honed for centuries. You are walking calmly down the corridor and suddenly from around the corner, from under the bed, or from behind the door, a cat lunges at your feet with a wild growl, latching on with claws and teeth, kicking behind legs, and just as suddenly lets go and runs away. This is not malice and not revenge. It is a hunting game in which your feet play the role of prey. Moving feet trigger the prey pursuit instinct in the cat. This is an automatic reaction to a fast-moving object of suitable size. Ambush is a natural hunting tactic of cats. They do not run after prey for long distances like dogs, but hide, wait, and attack with a sharp dash. Your feet passing by the shelter are an ideal target for practice. This is especially typical for young cats and kittens, whose play drive and hunting instinct are at their peak. They need activity, and if suitable toys are not provided, they will choose your feet. Kicking with hind legs is the rabbit kick technique which cats use to disembowel prey while holding it with front paws and teeth. It sounds cruel, but it is a technique honed for centuries. Deep night or early morning, the cat sits in the middle of the room and starts screaming loudly, consistently, plaintively, sometimes over and over again. You check, bowl is full, there is water, litter box is clean, door is open, cat is healthy. But it continues to scream into the void. This behavior has several explanations. First, calling. Cats are solitary hunters, but social animals. They vocalize to find kin, especially during estrus or mating season. Sterilized cats retain this instinct and may scream, calling non-existent partners or pack members. Second, boredom and loneliness. If a cat spends the whole day alone, at night it activates and seeks interaction. The scream attracts your attention. Even if you scream back for the cat, this is interaction. Third, cognitive dysfunction in elderly cats. Old cats may suffer from an analog of Alzheimer's disease. They get disoriented, forget where they are, panic, and scream. Fourth, hunting instinct. The cat approaches and starts licking your face, hands, hair. Its rough tongue scratches the skin, but it persistently continues. Sometimes this happens at night when you are sleeping, and you wake up from the sensation of sandpaper on your face. This is one of the most touching cat habits which has deep meaning. First, social grooming. Cats living in groups lick each other to strengthen social bonds, show affection and care. When a cat licks you, it perceives you as a member of its family and cares for you just as for a kitten or partner. Second, scent marking. Cat's saliva contains pheromones and scent which it leaves on you, marking as its property. Third, taste. Human skin secretes sweat with salt and other substances that cats like. If you recently sweated or used lotion, the cat may lick, enjoying the taste. Fourth, calming. Licking is self-soothing behavior for cats. When a cat licks you, it not only cares for you, but also calms itself. Fifth, love. This is the purest form of feline affection. A cat licks only those it loves and trusts. If your cat licks you, you are truly special to it. If these feline mysteries have changed the way you look at your furry companion, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. We are uncovering the hidden logic behind the behaviors they try to keep secret. Nurture your bond with them. The next treasure trove of animal secrets will open soon.